As a people and as a continent, poverty has been one of the treacherous affliction of Africans. When you talk about Africa, what comes into the mind of everyone is poverty. And it is the truth. And it is something that has been with us for a very long time. But it is not as if, as Africans, we are not doing what we have to do to come out of it. We are. We are doing everything in our power to come out of it. But yet we are unable. We have our brothers and sisters who embark on very, very treacherous journey. And there are many of them that lose their lives just trying to seek greener pastures. We even have them that are involved in serious galamsey and other very dangerous activities just to escape the cross of poverty. Even as a country and as a continent, we have gone several IMF, programs. But we are still in poverty. So what is poverty in the first place? And why have we been unable to eradicate it? Now, poverty is a state of mind. Poverty is actually a state of being in which an individual is unable to use the resources that are available to him or her to his advantage. It is a state in which an individual is unable, the word is unable to use the resources that are available to him or her to his advantage. It is a state. It's a state of existence. It's a being. And when you are in this state, you are indeed poor. And the resources that are being spoken about has to do with time, strength, connections, money. These are resources that are available to both the poor and then the rich. But a poor man is unable to utilize any of the resources that are available to him to his advantage. This is a state that, unfortunately, as Africans, we find ourselves in. And because it is in the mind, because the poor man's poverty is in his mind, and because it is so, irrespective of where we find ourselves, wherever we find ourselves, we always live at the bottom. We always. Trust me, wherever you find blacks, you will find traces of poverty. Our brothers and sisters who have been even in the very developed countries like the United States are always at the bottom of the society. Those in the Caribbean, the Jamaicans and the staff, they are usually at the bottom of the society. It is irrespective of where you find yourself. Even those of us who have migrated from Africa to Europe or to the West to seek greener pastures are always usually at the bottom of the society, doing menial work. So what is the issue? Those things that we call us, or those things that we see, that we classify a person as a poor person, are usually the symptoms. The symptoms: one's inability to meet his financial needs. You're unable to pay your bills. You're unable to afford the kind of life that you want to afford. You are living below a certain financial threshold. They are the symptoms. And until we address the root cause of it, we will always be going in circle. My friend, escaping the grip of poverty is a journey. It's a journey whereby you have to transition from that state into the state of abundance. It begins with the mind. It begins with the mind. The mind has to be renewed. Your thinking, as a man thinketh, so is he. You have to have your mind totally renewed, because it is only in that you would have true freedom. Trust me, a poor man's problem is not with money. You can take a rich man's asset and give it to a poor man. Leave them for some few years. The rich man will become richer, and the poor man will become poorer, and even worse, because he or she has tasted money before. My friend, the source of your poverty and the poverty of Africans has always been with our thinking. It has always been in our mind. The poor man's poverty is in his mind. To escape it, because it is the same approach that I used, and it's the same approach that those who are making it big time in this country have used. They are making it because they think differently. They see things differently. Don't think everyone in this country is struggling as you are. No, it is not true. There are many Ghanaians who are living on this soil and making enough to live on. There are many Ghanaians who are so wealthy in this country. There are many. And the issue is that it is not because they are different, but they have transitioned from that state of poverty. Their mind has been renewed. What you see as problem, they see as opportunity. So the very moment you have decided that you want to escape the claws of poverty, these are my recommendations. Engulf yourself in the pursuit of knowledge. The Bible said, for lack of knowledge my people perish. You need a different paradigm. Your mind needs to be renewed. Your understanding about certain things must change. But these things only come. The Bible said, the entrance of your word brings forth light. And it's not just in reference to the Bible, it has to do with the truth. Because truth brings light. Educate yourself. There are a lot of materials on YouTube. There are a lot of materials online about money. Study about money. Understand money. The mechanisms of money. How money works. How finances work. Listen to them that have gone ahead of you. The wealthy. How did they make it? How were they seeing things? How were they perceiving things? These are things that you need to learn. Because it is by listening to such people, by you imbibing, listening to them, reading about them, that your perception begins to change. I would strongly recommend this book to you, because it serves as the foundation of everything that I have done. It changed my life when I was in my youthful age. The book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It is a very basic book, but it changes the fundamentals in your life in terms of your perception about how you see things. Try and patiently read, and better still, listen to the audio of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It will renew your mind so that the paradigm in your mind begins to change. There are also other materials like The Psychology of Money, The Millionaire Next Door, and other stuff. But personally, I recommend you take your time and invest yourself in Rich Dad, Poor Dad. After that, you can go on to other materials. Spend time and educate yourself about money. Trust me, the mind is the most important asset that you have. Finally, my friend, the shackles of poverty is not broken overnight. It is a process. I'll finally encourage you to subscribe to this channel, first and foremost as your way of support, because it's by your subscription, by your comment, and by your likes that helps to enhance and build this channel. This channel is purely for Africans to be educated